from us this time. Hey, Tucker. Hey there, it's Vicki Marie and Roscoe. And so I got up this morning and we had to get out and about today. This is my first time even like just getting dressed and getting out. But my daughter is out of town for a few days, so I was supposed to drive out to take care of her cats. And so John drove me out to my daughter's house today. Thank goodness. So I was it was actually a nice ride. I didn't take any pictures or anything because I'm just beat. And then we stopped by Sam's Club and John went in to he's getting some chicken thighs because I was going to make some soup, chicken soup today when I get home. So I wanted to use the chicken thighs because it's a little bit better than, I usually use chicken breast for most everything, but the chicken thighs do have a little more, I think, flavor for things like soup. So I thought I would do that. So he's picking up a few things at Sam's Club. Our credit card situation, it was actually really nice because it was yesterday morning that I called and had to close the account and everything. But they actually overnight expressed a new card that arrived this morning. So we are good to go again. That could be a bad thing or a good thing. I was like, this might really have us be a little more mindful of what we're spending. But I mean, our credit card company is, you know, most of them I think are so fast these days. And I was so glad they responded. They really did respond quickly. Not like, you know, I mean, these days I think people are pretty responsive to things like that. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. I woke up too and I was like, I've been wanting to try baked oatmeal. So I had this interest again in kind of doing things. So I know I'm improving, definitely, because I have an interest in getting up and about. It's taking a lot of effort, but it's like I'm kind of interested in what's going on now in the world. So that's a good thing. It's a good sign. But I made some baked oatmeal. I've never done that before. So I think it might be my new favorite thing. And I started with a really simple recipe that I found online. And I actually blended it up in the blender. And then I poured it in muffin tins. And I think I'm just gonna put the link to the recipe in my description. It was so good. And I added some, I mean, I still wasn't feeling good. John was kind of waiting for me to get this done because we were gonna run to my daughter's. So I decided to, just on a whim, to add some chocolate chips to it and then stir those in. And when I poured them in the muffin pan, they didn't come out evenly. So I had some of the little, they're not really muffins, but some of the little cakes made with, some of them had a lot of chocolate chips and some of them had just very little. And there was probably one that had none. And I found that I really liked the one without any chocolate chips the best. So I'm gonna make it again, and I'm not gonna pour the chocolate chips in there. But in the recipe it does call for these different toppings, and I just wasn't really, I just didn't have the bandwidth or the energy to mess with that. That's why I decided I'm just gonna throw some chocolate chips in there. So that was so good. Oh, it was so good. That's my first time ever trying muffin, or ever trying baked oatmeal. I don't know why it took, I feel like I'm a latecomer to most things, but I think that's my new favorite thing. Anyway, the texture of these were really good, and I was like so satisfying to have. We had a fire going in the fireplace. I ate a couple of these muffins, and it was just such a good start to my day. I'm still struggling a bit, but I'm definitely on the mend, and yeah, things are looking up. And I'm looking at all of the ways that I want to really go back and start looking at how I can nurture my life. You know, I say things like get a life, not a lifestyle. But what does that even mean? And then, you know, we're all kind of in this, all I can call it is this darkness. Like, we're in this sort of darkness in the world right now where so much, not only are we, like some of us are experiencing darker days, but then like literally darker days, and we're going to be turning the clocks back again soon. And it's just, a lot of people will get off work and it will be dark. That's when I've got to be able to have twinkle lights around the house and light candles and make it cozy and do things to sort of nurture and cozy, make it a cozy environment at home. Otherwise, I really start feeling it. So that's what I'm doing with what little energy I have. And I'm really trying to get a little more decorating done. I do hope to show you guys a little bit of my decor before Halloween, which I still have no Halloween candy. I'm hoping John picks some up in Sam's Club, because I notice quite a few of our neighbors are decorating for Halloween. So I don't know if they're thinking we're going to get more trick-or-treaters this year, because last year we really did get no trick-or-treaters. So, but I do want to have some candy on hand just in case. I've been just isolating myself, and this is the first time I've been out in the car, so it feels good. I'm gonna go home and probably cozy up and maybe, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So Roscoe and I are we're resting. So we got quite a bit done, and I'm just vacuuming the vents before we get the heater going. John went, and when he was at, I think he went into Walmart. He got some filters for the heater, our furnace. We don't get our furnace going until close to November, and because we don't have central air, we use a evaporated coolant system to cool our home. Because we live in such a dry climate, we can do that. We use water to cool our home in the summer, in the hot months. So we don't use our heat vents all year round. We only use them for the heater, the furnace. So I go through and vacuum all the vents. And because tonight we're supposed to get snow tonight. This will be the first snow of the year, and it is like we're not even at Halloween yet. It's a little bit early, sort of. We usually don't get a lot of weather until after Halloween. But it's going to get really cold, so I did get out and I planted the bulbs. So I was just motivated because and I didn't get them all planted, but I planted quite a few, and I didn't do them in containers. I was going to do them in containers, but because I had to store them in a shed all for the season and all of that, I decided just to plant the bulbs in the ground. So that's what I did. So I planted some bulbs. We'll see if they come up next year. I'm hoping. I feel better. At least I got some in the ground. And so I've got a lot done today. I got tons done. I feel good. I think just having some sunshine too has helped me just to be outside, even though it's a little chilly. But yeah, it's going to get cold tonight, so I did just want to get the vents all vacuumed out before we turn the heater on later tonight, because we will need it tonight. We've been using the fireplace, which we'll continue to use that as well. And I've been just disinfecting. I got the Pine Sol out, and I've been just disinfecting the house. So I just feel better, especially since I've been sick. Just, get everything nice and disinfected, and so it feels clean, and I can start decorating. I'm going to put a few Halloween things up. That's my plan. I want to get a few, because I haven't done any Halloween decorations. I bought some. I haven't put any up. So Halloween is we're like 4 days away. Yeah, 4 days away from Halloween, and I don't even have a pumpkin up. So, yeah. So John did get some Halloween candy. So he got a nice big bag at Sam's Club. It was like $9 and something. That is for 155 pieces of chocolate, and I think that's going to be plenty for us this year. If we run out of that, we have a bag of Hershey bars stashed, but those are only for backup. So we are dining by candlelight tonight. Mm-hmm. And they did not have any noodles at Sam's Club for soup. They had noodles, but like for pasta, but not for soup. So John made tacos tonight. Mm-hmm. So that's what's for dinner.
What are you doing, babe? That ain't much cleaning.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I